Hey, Sloop Dark Snout here. I fondly remember playing these dance games. Oh, so long ago. I kind of wish that they were, easy to find again because it would sure help me keep in shape, eh? Anyway, welcome back to BackBit Impossible. And in this episode, I've got my character sets written out to the BBT, top and bottom for every video frame. And I'm determined to, take a look. How good are they? Did it improve the video quality? I couldn't wait to make a proper player, so I just jury-rigged something I had on hand to take a peek. And it looks good until it doesn't look good. I made a rookie mistake, and I'm kind of stupid. It's going to cost me a bit of time, but I'll get through it. It's one of those, you shake your head at yourself. Anyway, let's see how I screwed it up, shall we? All right.
Well, I couldn't resist. This is 7.32, Character Maker 7.32. I just changed the values I need to change to bring in the top character set. Of course, there's no room for the split. And it's looking good. And the bit with the static foliage, you'll be able to see, well, if I jump it frame to frame, you see how that bush is not going nuts? That is promising. And if I hold it down, yeah, cool. Oh boy, very exciting. It's going to look great. It's funny how the bottom just kind of looks like, this underwater interference because the colors are there, but anything else is not. But yeah, and another situation, watch the stationary grass. It is changing between frames, but not wildly. And this one line that does stay consistent, it's not as obvious as I feared, which is good. Oh man, I'm so excited. I know. Well, it's nearly 9 a.m. I don't think I can get this done to any reasonable, useful point at this part of the morning, but I'm going to have to let this go for now. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Well, I guess I'll see you guys later. I switched basically which character set it's loading. You see this? All the stripies. I know why. Because I have code. Because the video matrix is normally at 7400. The character set is at 7800. I have code that goes, if the how do you put this? If the highest bit of the location you're saving is set, clear the high nibble, because the only thing that was above 8,000 before was the color RAM. And now I have my first font or character set at 7800, and I put the other one right after it so I can just save 16 pages in a row. Well, the other one's at 8,000 now. Ta-da! I stripped out the high nibbles, 2 pixels, from every single thing that I've done in the past 2 days. Congratulations, doofus, you screwed it up. Well, it's a good thing I did notice before I go to work, because now I can start it running again. Ay. But, well, that's how we learn. Oh yeah, and this is the one that I hacked to get the pixel difference. Of course, it's way, way off, not to mention the error that I added for myself, but it's, adding, it isn't designed to do 2 character sets. And here's the problem. If the pointer is positive, we write it as is. Otherwise, we're stripping the high nibble. And oops. So what I can do is take the Character Maker 9.04 and quickly chew it up a bit. So it is only dealing with the bottom. It'll only generate the bottom. It'll only write the bottom to disk. It'll be a little more efficient. So it should be done by the time I get home. Yeah, that's probably what I got to do here because I want to get busy with this. And then tonight I can create whatever it's going to take all night to, again, write those new things to the proper spot on the BBT, which is going to be at the plus 26 kilobyte marker to overwrite the ones that I just butchered. Man, but screwing up, that's how you learn, right? Well, since I'm only going to be doing the bottom, I'm going to move the sprites up in the top. 60 is the value I want to set them for. I just noticed something because I was looking at the sprite position data. Right now it's blinking with an error because I'm trying to redo the same file I just did. But this and this, they are off. These are actually 1 pixel lower than these ones because I set the position way back when I had the 3 circles that indicate the color that I was using in this corner. Anytime you've seen numbers on both sides, these were 1 pixel down. Oh, my OCD is just aching knowing that was always there. But now I'm going to move them up to 60 just so whatever. Yeah, cool. Okay. Okay, well, they're at Y position 59. Good enough. At least they're exactly whatever many pixels. They're on the same line now. Yeah, I believe this is working. It's optimized for the Super CPU. Everything's in place. It should be fine. It is a little slower. How slow is it? Let's count. Well, it's about what, 7 or 8 seconds? So yeah, well, yeah, it's going to take the rest of the day, I'm sure. Good stuff. At least I believe now I'm getting the proper things. Man, I'm so dumb. Well, yeah, something I never even explained here. You see how it goes there? It goes to 480 because 480, 480, and 40. It doesn't count these. It doesn't count those. So, but previously it was only counting to 480 and finishing 480 and finishing. And the first little bit is see that? That was the dupe check, which does run as high as, does it go all the way? Or was it, no, I'm not sure if it was the dupe check or the initial 195 characters. Either way, it goes by so bloody fast, you can't even tell it's there anymore. It's kind of weird, kind of creepy. But hey, it's still going at it. Yeah, it's not 7 o'clock at night yet. I don't know if it'll be done tonight. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know why I bother getting TI string because it's never accurate. Because the interrupt disable is on so often when you're doing disk stuff. But anyway, it's done. I do remember what this is. This is a copy of the final page of the color RAM. All the, I guess, O's. What are O's? 15s? I don't know. And this here, this is why I do it, because these 3 are DO21, 21, 22, 23, and then whatever. I just have them here so I can snag them elsewhere. I don't even know. It doesn't matter. I don't need them on this one. Anyway, I'm done. So, time to copy these frames to the, 24, 20 plus 26 kilobyte marker. Yes. And it's just, oh boy. It's just this one, bottom C set only. So it's just that over and over and over on that file. And so that's the one I got to load in. Yeah, don't worry. I got it. I'll get this thing started. Then I can go to bed because it's like after 1 a.m., right? This is super crude. I am bringing in the character set to 7800. This is looking at 7400. My sprites, well, they're not working properly because I don't have the code that sets them up. Whatever, I'm going to let them flash and flash and flash. This is obviously open. This is writing. Yeah, whatever. You do your thing. I sure hope it's writing to the right section or I'm wrecking a BBT. I'll check it out later. This is good enough. Let's see how long it takes. I'm going to count from flash to flash of the sprites. There, it's about 4 seconds. Good. Well, yeah. Yeah, I don't even know how long it's going to take. It'll be quick. Hopefully it'll be done before I go to work. Then I can shut this thing down and deal with it tomorrow night. Yeah, I'm just hoping the bottom isn't all stripy. It'll work. It'll work. But this is how you botch it or how you fudge it, because you just want to get the job done. I will never, never, never need this program again. Although I did save it just in case, right? What's it called? Character make 9-BBT BO stands for bottom only. All right, peace out. Well, it ended shortly after I left for work. I couldn't wait. But yeah, so I think I got it. But I'll find out later tonight, because I just had to see where it is, whether it crashed or whatever. And I could not resist. I spent a few hours this evening, well, probably more than I should. It's a little after 2 a.m., although I was on the computer just for fun. Anyway, what do we got here? Well, yeah, a lot of my pixel difference code. Check it out. See, what I did is I just re-entered it many times, like just sort of, well, not here, but here, 60s, whatever, 70, whatever. It's all repeats. So I'm keeping track of, well, I'll show you. But the Super CPU is on, so I have to kill it. And I have it set up at my favorite frame as the beginning, but I mean, I can go anywhere I want. Right? Ta-da! It tracks multiple things. Let's get that going again. There. Frame number. The regular, what I was getting before, once the merged version, you've seen me merge it. This, at first I thought was an error. Oh, it's not. It can't be. It isn't. Wow. Look how much better it is with 2 character sets, right? Good stuff. I'm pretty sure that's true. So, and at the end, let's see here. Well, what do I need to do? Let's get it to the end, because I want to see what happens at the very end. It'll take, well, a little bit. I guess we're going about 1 second at a time. Yeah. So I'll get to the end, and then I'll back up a little bit, and I'll let it do its calculation. And there, we'll see where this goes. It might take about 100 whatevers. Well, I guess you can kind of see her running in the background. You can see when it's all chaotic with grass, even the 2 character set version doesn't do a great job of it. Yeah, 8730 is the end, duh, right? I want to see if just the tallies work at the very end. Okay, I mean, obviously the average is very low because it's expecting 8730, but I do believe that's all correct. Okay, so I'm going to power down, get this thing going properly, because while I was testing this, sometimes these were 10,000 off because it was reading in chunks of, empty black squares, which of course were misinterpreted completely by the routine. Yeah, obviously it's got to be off. Big deal. I'm going to bed. Yeah, it can take its time. I'll see it in the morning. All right, cool. This is, I tell you, wow. I can't wait to see what this looks like. I mean, yes. It's all done now. I'm pretty sure I said I wouldn't do this, and I did this. But do I want to do a merged version of that? I don't. I'm not going to. This actually was incredibly easy because this itself, well, let's slow this down so it doesn't go crazy. This is basically it. We start at the bitmap, we start at the video matrix, we take each character in turn, find out where it is in the character set, do a comparison against its original bitmap piece, add the difference, keep track of it until we get to the end of the screen. That's it. So for the part that does the top and bottom, I simply had one of these versions do row 0 all the way to, and row 12 inclusive, even though row 12 is all zeros. It's going to be a perfect match, but it did it. And when it begins row 13, it leaves that and goes to a different routine that just continues and expects a different ending. So like the pointers were actually exactly where I needed them to be. So it was way easier than I thought it was going to be. So I did it. But anyway, and then I had the brilliant idea of why not just make one big multi-program that does all three. What? Oh, man. Yeah, this is what I'm going to get if I do it in slow mode. Oh, man. Yeah, it's a good thing I'm going to bed. Okay. Yes, thanks for listening to all this. Man, 5 minutes goes quick. Okay, ciao.
So there we are, eh? I think I got the bottom fixed this time around, and in the next episode, maybe we'll finally get to see what it looks like, right? Right? Yeah. Anyway, till next time, I'm Loop Dark Snout. You got a token?